Everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Nikki. Hi, Renee. Guys, let me know in the chat box where you're tuning in from. I'm so excited to be a part of this call tonight, kind of just share with you my excitement, where I've come from, where I see this going, all the things. So I would love to know where you're from. Just drop it in the chat. I see Michigan in here. Love it. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Nikki Ribeiro. I've been in this industry, guys, like 12 years. I love this space. I love the ability to be able to work from wherever I am. I have three boys. We're busy with hockey and jujitsu and all the sports. So for me to be able to take a business wherever I'm going has been like a huge deal for me. So I've built three big multi-million dollar teams in the space. So I've kind of been, doing this thing full time, very seriously for that 12 years. And I was actually at the top position of my last company. And it was good. It was great. But when I saw Shoply, you guys, I could not unsee it. It was just exactly what I was looking for. I feel like there's a lot of network marketing companies out there, and there's so many amazing ones, but I was always finding in the space that I was just kind of, feeling a little bit like I was in a box. I wanted to be the brand. The brand is Nikki. The brand is Carrie. The brand is, Lindsay. We're all the brand. And I wanted to be able to share all the things I love. And what's cool about Shoply, you guys, and I'm so excited that you're all here and at the forefront of this, is that we get to share everything. We get to be the brand. We get to be working, maybe one day you want to share apparel, one day you want to share supplements, one day you want to share home appliances, whatever you want to share, you get to, which it's going to feel like Christmas every day. Just so you guys know, it's going to feel like every day we're going to wake up and there's going to be a new brand. We're going to be able to represent that brand. We're going to be able to gravitate towards the brands that feel authentic to us. Right? It's exactly, Lindsay. It's such a fun concept. But here's the cool thing, you get to work on all these different streams of income, but your efforts are all going to one place. Do we have anybody here that likes to do like multiple network marketing companies? I feel like there's a lot of people here, you dabble in this and you dabble in that, and you never really have success in any of them fully because you got your hand in so many different things, but it's fun for you though. You like to share other things. You're going to be able to do that now, you guys, but it's all working towards one goal that does not exist in this space. It is so cool. So yeah, for me, you guys, when I saw this, I jumped right in. I was walking away from a lot, but I am a visionary. I love seeing things at the very beginning. This concept is brand new. It hasn't been done, but is needed. It was so needed. Our space has changed so much. Network marketing space has changed so much. We're seeing it happen all around us, right? We're seeing, companies who are, closing the doors and going affiliate and doing all these things. So we kind of have the best of all these worlds combined. We're kind of like the affiliate, but we also get to bring on vendors, but we also get to team build. And you really just have the opportunity to do what you want here, which I love. Sorry, I'm not checking the chat. Let me check the chat, see if there's anything in here.
Mhm.
But anyways, my story is just I'm here. I'm having the best time. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty passionate about this. I'm all over my social media shouting this from the rooftops, and people are just running towards it because they understand the concept, they understand the value, and they really see the vision as to where we're going. So, congratulations, first and foremost, to all of you guys for being here first, for being the pioneers, for seeing the vision of this. And I'm just looking forward to getting to know all you guys better, working with you, locking arms, and it's just going to be so much fun. So I'm going to pass this over to Miss Stacy. She's amazing, you guys. I'm so thankful, grateful to work with someone at her caliber. She's so brilliant. And then I know we have a really cool guest speaker tonight who is going to just blow your mind. So let's hand it over to you, Stacy. Thank you for having me on here.
Aw, thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it. I love your energy and your smile and just all the things about you. You just make the day a little bit sunnier. So thank you for being here. I'm also gonna make you a co-host, Nikki too, just in case. Guys, I apologize. I was gonna turn off all the chimes and the doorbells and all that stuff, but I keep forgetting. So every time I get on here, I realize that I haven't turned those off and they're super annoying. So I apologize. I promise I'll get those turned off by the next time we all convene together. All right. So thank you guys for being on today. We're so excited to have you. I've got all the end of the month things. Well, this is our first close of the month. So bear with me. I was trying to a little bit out of practice and in the closing of the month. And so I was trying to rack my brain for all the things that we need to make sure that we're doing at the end of the month. So all of my leaders on, Tim, Stephanie, Nikki, Bonsai, I know I saw you pop on here at some point. Odie, if you guys think of anything else that is Shoply related that we need to make sure we're doing for end of the month things, please feel free to hop in here as I'm going through this, because the last thing I want is to forget the things that we have to make sure we're doing for end of the month. So without further ado, we're going to kind of roll in. There's a few housekeeping things that I needed to make sure we talked about. So the pay cycles that I went over last week were almost all correct. The only thing that was different is that in the original incentive plan, so if you look on the PDF that we originally were given, it says the second Thursday, which is what I put into our Zoom last weekend or last week. It's actually the 10th and the 25th, which is better. It's actually earlier and it's a more consistent time schedule. So just know that it's a change for the better, not for the worse, but that is the difference with what I went over last week. So I highlighted it for you guys, and I will make sure and put this in the Telegram also, so you have that, so that you know which days and with predictability when all of that's happening. So I just want to make sure and touch on that first. I have been working on some different like how-to things, because I know now that we are starting to get access to stuff, right? We're starting to get like access to the Shoply.com, Shoply University. We're having a back office. We have all these things now. And so it's really important that we're starting to learn how to navigate all of that. It's overwhelming and it's very, very, it's a lot of information. It's a brand new platform, a brand new everything. So I've been creating how-tos for a lot of this stuff. And then I'm going to make sure and start sharing them with you guys so that we know where to navigate, how to find stuff. So if you can, try to go to where all the how-tos are first if you have a question about something. And hopefully I've built one. If I haven't and you ask me and I get more than one or two people asking the same thing, that will create a list for me of all the how-tos that I need to create for you guys. So the first kind of group that I've done is how to change your Shoply referral link. So shout out to Lori. Lori helped me with this. Someone knew how to do this. So she helped me kind of create all of this, the process of it. So what ends up happening, you guys, and the video on the left shows you kind of where to find this. So if you go to the Dynasty Telegram, and then you go to announcements, go to the pin at the top. Once you hit the pin at the top, you'll see all of the links. I actually went in and I deleted the corporate links. And the reason why is you can find all the corporate pinned links in the corporate Telegram. So it was taking up way too much room, so I just took those off. The ones in ours will just be for our team. And once you go there, you'll see the how to blah, 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 how to change your Shoply referral link, how to, I think I did two other ones also today, how to share your referral code, and then how to change your credit card information. So those two are there now, or those three are there now, and you'll be able to navigate to them. And then it's just like a document that walks you through and shows you exactly where to click, what to write, all the different things to make sure that you guys are doing. So if you have anything that you're like, I don't know how to do this, don't be shy. Make sure you ask me, ask in the group, send me a message, because as I start to get those like questions and those prompts, I'll start creating these for you guys. And it's all online, and you just click the link and it takes you to the whatchamacallit, the how-to, I guess is what you want what you want to call it. And then you guys can share those with your team. And they can also refer to them in the Telegram also. Okay, so end of the month things. So end of the month, For September, we only have to have 30 PQV, you guys. So that is something that the company did this month to make sure that we were able to not have to worry about getting customers, buying products, making sure that if your subscription goes through, you will be active. So that's all you have to worry about, is make sure that your subscription has gone through. So you can find your subscription information. And it's a little bit counterintuitive, I'm gonna be very honest. I kept looking for it in my back office, which is my.shoply.com. And I kept going there and trying to find, and I couldn't find that information there. It's actually under shoply.com. So just the normal shopping site. When you go to shoply.com and you click on your name, so it says like, hello, Stacy Vasilovich, or hello, Nikki, or hello, whoever it is, after you've logged in, it'll bring down a drop down menu. And I kind of did the screenshot should kind of show you exactly what that looks like. You're going to go to my subscription. Once you go to my subscription, it'll show you this screen. It'll show you, you know, when your dates are, when you paid your first one, when your second one went through, and you want to make sure it's completed. Because even for me, when I went to the my.shoply.com and logged in, and then when you scroll down, you can see previous month and then this month, I still am actually, it's not showing my subscription went through for some reason. And as you can see, I was charged on the 22nd. So just verify that that went through. And then close to the end of the month, I'm going to ask and find out, like for instance, me, I know I've paid my subscription. It's not like updating in my back office. So is that a glitch? Is that something that will be fixed? I will have an answer for you guys. If for some reason there's a glitch of some kind that we need to be aware of, I will make sure and put it in Telegram so that you guys know that you need to send an email or something like that. So just know, but for right now, I would just verify that that went through. I know there's a couple people that have had like fraud protection and it would not let that go through. You can also repay for it and rerun it here as well. So just be aware, all of the things to navigate are all in here. Also where you change your card, if you want to use a different card than the one that you're using, all of the things. So this is where you're going to go for all of the subscription-based stuff, not your back office portion. The other part of this is that we're making sure that we're meeting our minimum requirements. So based off of what your total volume is, there are going to be specific requirements for status. And it's super, super important that you guys are keeping track of where you're at and then what are the requirements for that level. The only difference right now is this customer count and the PQV. Those two things you don't have to worry about. So this whole line here and this whole line here, for this month, those don't matter. So you don't have to have a specific customer count and your PQV is 30. Everything else is pertinent. So all the way up to T3, you can have 100% of your volume coming from one leg. That's what this line here means. Once you get to mic 1, you do have to have a specific amount coming from multiple legs. So the most that you can have from one team, so whoever is personally enrolled under you, those are your legs. That biggest leg can only account for 75% of the total organizational volume. So 75% of 7,000 can come from one leg. And then the rest of your volume has to come from someone else that is personally enrolled by you through their team in depth. So it doesn't have to be people that you enrolled and then all of those people, if you enroll 2 people, let's just say, one team is like 80% of your volume and the other team ends up being more than 75% of volume, and then your other team ends up being 25% of your volume, you still only enrolled 2 people. As long as that second leg they've been enrolling people and then they've been enrolling people, that volume still counts under that leg, and that will account for that other 25% of a requirement. And then as I'm saying that, I'm actually lying to you. So you do need to have 3 legs. So this is that requirement. So in that example, 75% can come from your biggest leg, but you do have to have 3 legs. So 3 marketplace teams with someone paid as a T1 or higher. So in each personally enrolled leg, you have to have someone that is T1. Okay, so that means they have to have a minimum of 1,000. So our enrollment package is $7.99. So it's $7.99 plus a little bit more. So right now, because we don't have a lot of things that are contributing to our organizational volume, the reality of that, it's probably going to be them and someone else that they've enrolled would account for them going T1. So those are the kind of things that you want to look for. This is available under the corporate Telegram, under the pinned under the pin, look for the links and you'll see it as the, I think, incentive plan PDF. And so this is in there. I'll probably just screenshot this also and put it in for you guys in our Telegram, just to make sure that you guys have that. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Does anyone have any additional things to add that I have forgotten for end of the month requirements, and or questions about that? Anyone? Okay. All right, perfect. Well, that's good. That means I didn't forget anything. So just end of the month, you guys, we've got about six days, 5 days starting tomorrow to make sure that we have everything done and all the things checked off. So just make sure all the stuff that you need to do before the end of the month. The worst thing is if your subscription doesn't go through for some reason, and then you're not going to hit a specific rank or a specific status as a result of that. So that's the first thing to check and make sure that we're making sure that we're aware of. Okay, so the invite process. So tonight marks, I believe, the 4th week now that Nick was talking about before, that the original upgrade or invites will start to fall off now. Now, he had said that he didn't know if the tech team was for sure going to be on top of it starting tomorrow morning, but at some point in the next couple of days to, I would say, not more than a week, those invites will start to fall away. Because everything's on a 4-week cycle, those all started coming in prior to those 4 weeks ago. And that's when that upgrade cycle started. So that's why those are now falling off. They gave them 4 weeks. So an invite, when someone accepts an invite from you, they're attached to you for a rolling 30 days. And so that's why all of them at one point are all falling off now. It's because they all came in that pre-invite phase. And then we started the clock when we started the upgrades, and now they're all falling off. So that's the reason why that's happening. The invites are following what's a rolling weekly phase now. So what that means is on Wednesdays at midnight, all the way through Tuesdays at 11:59, that's our week. So at the end of Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. Central, all of the people that have upgraded will be locked in at that point. Anyone that has accepted an invite but has not upgraded will push to the next week. What that means is they will be in the same order that they're in based off of their accepted invite and their timestamp, but they will not have taken a seat yet. So upgrades that week will be in order at the end of the week when it closes based off of when they accepted their invite. So for instance, let's just say the order went, Nikki accepted her invite, then Tim accepted his invite, and then I accepted my invite, okay? If we all upgraded in the same exact week, it would still go Nikki, then Tim, then myself. If, let's say, Nikki did not invite or did not upgrade the first week, but Tim upgraded the first week, then Tim would go in and take his community spot in, or his spot in the community bonus. Nikki would not, and I would not. We would roll until the next week. Now, the next week, if Nikki said, I'm going to upgrade this week because my paycheck hit, I'm ready to go, she upgraded, and then I upgraded at the same time, then she would take her spot because she was timestamped before me. She would take her spot in the community, and I would take my spot wherever that fell behind her. But Tim would be in front of both of us because he accepted his invite prior to us. So it all, woohoo, way to go, Tim. So it all rolls weekly, but it depends on when you say yes. So at the end of 4 weeks, if Nikki, Tim, and I never upgraded, our lead will fall out of the system and is available up for grabs for anyone that wants to enroll them at that point, and there's no timestamp available. They're always welcome to enter back into the system and redo an invite and decide, well, maybe I'll, maybe this month I'm just not ready yet, or whatever the reason is, they're always welcome to do that. But just know once they fall out, that portion of it changes. What I would do right now this week sometime is I would go in and screenshot your invites, because I don't know what the system necessarily is going to be. If it's going to go into like a database that we have access to, I don't know if it'll go somewhere where we can send them a new message and it'll pop back up. So just out of abundance of caution, I would go in and screenshot all of your current invites that you have right now that have not upgraded. And that's going to be at invite.shoply.com. Go there, screenshot those people so you can remember who it was that had accepted invites initially. Now, if you don't have a ton and it may be easy for you to remember, you don't have to do that. But if you're like Tim and you had like lots of invites that went out, and Bonsai, a lot of you guys had a ton of invites that went out and people that initially accepted. I don't want you to forget who those people are. So just go ahead and screenshot those just to be on the safe side. As they fall out of the system, I would retouch back in with them and see if they're at some point ready to go. You may have to resell them on it. It may be a re-drip process again on those people, but that's okay. But just that way you know where to start from and how to get them back in. You'll want to re-enroll those people once they've been purged if they're still interested, and walk them through that process all over again. I'm going to stop there. Is there anyone that has any questions on that whole invite process? 2 legs. Okay, so 3 legs means 3 influencers personally enrolled, correct? Yes. Okay, perfect. Good so far. No questions? All right. Okay, just a few more things, and then I'm going to bring on the man. Okay. All right. So next week, I'm really excited about this. We are going to be starting our featured vendor portion of this week's call. And so what it's going to be is starting next week, every week, we're going to bring on a new vendor. I would like to give preference to vendors that have brought in through our team, because they're going to be people that directly benefit from these vendors and the things that they're talking about. What we'll do is if we start to run out of vendors, I will bring some of those vendors back to dive further into some of their product lines, if they've added anything new, if they have any new packages, different things like that. But to start off with, we're going to kind of pick and choose based off of who has brought vendors in within our team, and then other products that the leaders feel like would be great products to kind of feature. So next week, we're going to be bringing on, and I think it's Bo Stegall, I think is exactly how you say his name. If I'm wrong, I apologize. He has an amazing line of hair products that you probably have seen if you've gone onto shoply.com, and he is brought in through our team. And so we're going to have him on. He's going to do a little bit of a rundown on his products, give you guys all the things that you need to know, so that you can be out there speaking as intelligently as possible. And he has done a phenomenal job. So depending on his time frame and what he wants to talk about, he has done a really, really great job. If you look at his product lines of explaining which products work for who and why you should use a specific line. And so he's got videos, he's got all kinds of things in there, because his products are very, very specific to the specific problem or kind of hair that you have. And so it's very important that you were educated on that, so we can direct some of our customers as well as ourselves to making sure that we're purchasing the right stuff. So that's going to start next week, and it's very, I think, really exciting. And then the week after I have booked as well, which is the telomeres, and the gentleman that is doing the telomere DNA. I'm explaining it so poorly, but it's a supplement that helps with your telomeres. And so he's going to be on the week after that. And so it's going to be exciting. We've got things starting to kind of pop up, you guys, and products that are coming, education for you. And I think it's going to be great to kind of start having things to talk about, things to start sharing. One of Bo's products, I was laughing, Odie and I were talking about it the other day, and his product is, the direct bonus is $84. Now it's a $300 curling volume hair dryer. I don't know, it's like a curling iron and a hair dryer kind of meshed together brush, but that's how much they cost. Like those are expensive out there on the market, and you get $84 for. I was like, Odie, you could do that on your daughter's hair, and then you'll sell that to all the cheer girls out there and all the cheer moms, and you'll get $84 for every single one. So,
And it has red light. It has like a red light something like that,
therapy, I think.
like a red light therapy. So it does stand apart from other
Mm.
products on the market. So it has kind of an edge to it. Sorry, I just had to add that in. I
Oh,
just
no, that's
purchased
amazing.
it.
Yeah, no, I saw that there was something different about it, but like if you look at Dyson products, those are $500. So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that people will purchase those, because people are purchasing the $500 ones. And so imagine if you need one and you're getting an $84 direct bonus back anyways, you might as well buy one for yourself too, because then it's technically like on discount for yourself because you are Shoply. So, yep. So anyways, but that's starting next week. I don't want to talk too much about his things because he'll be here. All right, so the next person we have, unfortunately, he did a mindset for us training, and then we didn't record it, and my power went out, and it was a little bit of a debacle. So we wanted to bring him back again. So this is Tim. He is from, well, you're mostly in the Midwest, but now you're in Florida. So you're kind of all over. You're like a man of the earth. I feel like I can never explain where you are because you're all over the place all the time. So he's a traveling man. He's built in this industry for over a decade, if not longer. He's made millions of dollars in multiple different companies, and he's a phenomenal human, an amazing guy, and I think you're just going to love and adore him the way I do. So, Tim, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Every time you introduce me, I'm like, who is this person there that she's talking about? I'm like excited to hear from this person. So, I will preface this entire the entire training for you guys. If I have to, I'll kill my video. I am, bouncing all over the place. I am currently in a fifth wheel at a project that we are working on. So, we have had to basically work out internet and all kind of stuff. So if I start dropping, I did order a Starlink today, so I will have that next, so I won't ever have this issue again. But yes, last time we did this, I think the rolling brownouts or whatever blackouts that happened with Stacy, and so we didn't get the recording. So some of this may be kind of repeat for some of you guys. I've hopefully adjusted it enough for you guys that you can kind of at least get some tips and tricks from it, stuff like that. One of the things I have done is I've been around, I started in network marketing in 2005. I had no idea what I was doing. I, really just loved the product that I was involved with. And I literally probably messed up more than I took in, did right. But I still made a half of me with my first company. And so I do have the gift of gab. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. I love sharing stories with people. And I have just made that a part of life for me. Okay. So, my wife sometimes, says I'm only allowed 10,000 words a day. And I exceed those on almost every day because, she's a traveling nurse, and she's in surgery all day. She doesn't even have to talk to the patients there after she puts them to sleep. So for me, I just love people and I love talking to people. And so you guys, I mean, the good news is we're early. The bad news is we're early. And that means, hey, we're going to have to deal with a little dust on the tables there, as I said the other night. But you know what? We have probably one of the biggest opportunities we will ever have for all you guys. A year from now, you're going to be looking at all the money getting deposited into your bank account, and you're going to have the biggest smile, and you're going to be so happy that you decided to do this. Okay. Now, in that, I took and did a little research. And okay, so in every company that I have ever done, okay, which $500,000 for the first one, 5.2 million with the next one, I have been able to come up with, and I even called a couple of my other buddies that are in different companies. We always kind of communicate and find out, and I find out that I was right. Okay. And in this, I'll tell you, in every company that's out there, including this one, there's only three activities that will make you money. Okay. It doesn't matter what the company is, doesn't matter what the product is, doesn't matter what products you're selling. The fact that we can sell anything we want to is pretty amazing. But every company out there has three activities that have to be done in order for you to have what I call income generating activities. Okay. And those three things are prospecting, presenting, and following up. Okay. It doesn't matter, what the company is, doesn't matter what the product is. If you don't look for people, show it to people, and follow up with people you've already showed it to, yeah, community bonus, you may make up to $500, but I will tell you, in every company that I've ever looked at, those are the three things that are income generating activities. Okay. So you're like, okay, well, how does this work? Okay. First is prospecting. All right. Now, every one of you guys, whether you knew it or not, you started making a list in your mind. Okay. As soon as you were shown this opportunity in your head, you were already thinking of somebody who would be great at this. Okay. So in every company that I have ever done without even doing it, or without ever thinking about it, I started making a list. And I will tell you that we have thousands of products that we're going to be able to sell, probably hundreds of thousands of products that we'll sell in our lifetime in Shoply. Okay. But your inventory is not your products. Your inventory is your list. Okay. So in prospecting, you need to be able to work your list. Okay. So wherever you're at in this thing, start tonight, start tomorrow morning, sit down. If you haven't done this already, start making a list of inventory. Okay? And you're going to make it as big as you can. You're going to sit down and you're going to think about people that you haven't thought about in years. And I always tell people, make your list as big as you can possibly make it. Even put out the people you don't like. Okay. Because after you're finished with the list, you go to those people you don't like and you cross them all off. So you never have to be in business with them. Okay. And I have had that rule the entire time. Sometimes my list, I make a lot more scratches through there because you learn about people throughout the years and you're like, I really don't want to be in business with that person. Okay. And if you want to be in business with them, that's up to you, but I'm not going to be, I'm not doing it. Okay. There's certain people that you just learn and you're like, that guy's so negative. I don't want to be in business with that guy. Okay. So cross out the ones you don't like. But I always say put them on there because you may be thinking of that person and it generates another person. You're like, oh man, yeah, he's a butthole, but his best friend is so awesome. We definitely need to him. Okay. So put everybody on the list. And remember, you're going to be a hunter, okay, in this. But the biggest difference is you don't have to wear the orange vest. Okay. No orange vest needed for this. You're going to be a hunter. Look at it as kind of fishing. You're going to throw the bait out there, see who's going to take it. Okay. So in that, you're going to hunt for affiliates, and affiliates are really good because, you got that free carrot that you're going to have as bait out there. And, hey, you can make money with this thing and it's free. So that's one of those things there that, kind of entices people as you're out there fishing, however you want to look at it. Now, influencers and influencer pros, you're going to be hunting for them too. You're just going to have to use a little bit more bait. Okay. And in the bait is us using, some more of the video information, maybe one of the presentations that's going on. Okay. Because they may not jump on it, just for the free affiliate thing. They may see it as, hey, I want to make more money with it. Okay. And then one of the things that's different about us is because we can go out there and get vendors, also put down on your list vendors. And it doesn't matter if it's a big company, small company, whatever. A lot of times, even if they're a small company, that person is very entrepreneurial. So even if they say, hey, I don't have enough product inventory to be a vendor, but I'd love to be a part of this because, I could take and use this to market, or I could learn from this. Okay. And don't hesitate to use the free trainings that come with the affiliate, you get that. I think it's $900 equivalent in training. Okay. Use that as bait, because even if they were to use that training and maybe use it with their regular business. So if you're talking to a realtor and you're like, hey, you can be an affiliate, it's free, you get about $900 in training that you could probably also use towards your realty business. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm using that carrot there to kind of guide them in. Okay. Use tools available to help you get better hunter, better fisherman. Okay. Now, because we can go after vendors, you just got to use a different set of tools there. That's all. And eventually, we're going to have the master, funnels that are there, and that's going to be really the biggest carrot you could dangle there. Okay, so those are things there that we're out there hunting for. Okay, I will tell you that every day I go hunting. Okay. Some days I'm good at it. Some days I'm bad at it. But you know what? Every day I go hunting. Now, I believe it is Sharita. She is hunting every day. And okay. All right. Okay. She's on here. Good deal. All right. Now, Sharita, I got to give you some kudos here. You post every day and you share into the group to hey guys, go like my stuff, let's get it out there because we want to boost those. Okay, and if you're not using that, guys, I think we all should be. If you make a post about Shoply, put it into the group so everybody can go give you some love, and it'll drive it up higher in your feeds. You know what we're doing there? We're going to drive it up higher in your feeds so all your friends see it, because you know what we're doing? We're kind of piling all the bait into one area. Okay, and the more that your friends click on Facebook and all of a sudden they see you got a bunch of comments there from different people, they're going to go, what is this Shoply stuff? I got to hear about this. Okay. So that's just another way of hunting. Okay. And if you just go out there and post something about Shoply, or post something about, and don't blow up your Facebook or your Instagram every day with something that, is just Shoply. You want to put other things in there, because sometimes the bait that brings them to the table is not the one you posted about. Okay. I post a lot of, pictures as I travel, and those I get a lot of clicks on. And as soon as I have a day where I get a lot of clicks, a lot of likes on something, the next day is when I post something about Shoply or something I'm doing, or, hey guys, anybody, do you know anybody who's needing to make some extra money? And the next thing you know, a lot more people are going to see that because of the way the algorithms work. Okay. I would try to say, set yourself some goals of, posting something every day, trying to send, 10 invites a day off your list that you've created. And then if you're really good, if you're not a homebody or something like that, and you can get out there and you can run into people throughout your day, add people to your list every day. I call it live contacts count. Okay. So the more live contacts you make, the higher your count is, of bodies. Okay. Let's give you a body count. So you're going to go hunting and you're going to have a body count. Okay. You're going to send 10 invites. We'll count each one of those as a body. Okay. If you go and meet 5 people that day, that's 15 people you've potentially exposed to, your opportunity. And that's where you look at it, is we're just piling things on. And eventually some of those people are going to say, yeah, hey, what is this? They're going to step out of that little body count pile that we got, and they're going to say, hey, what is this? Okay. And that's where we're going to go from 100 people in the body count down to 5 people that raise their hand and say, hey, send me some information. Okay. So all we're doing is narrowing down everything through that funnel as we go. Okay. Now, I would tell you, if you're a person like me and you talk to everybody, you love everybody, and you're meeting people at a store or something like that, I like to talk about, I'm old school, guys. I mean, I turned 50 the other day. I tell everybody I'm 60, so they think I, look better. But I'll just tell you that if you go out there, I focus on something called FORM: family, occupation, recreation, motive, or money. Okay. And so what I do is I ask them, is that your family over there? How many? Wow, you got like 4 kids there, man. That's amazing. Well, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I work at at the bank. Oh, okay, cool. All this stuff, well, oh, you're a banker. Well, you probably play golf. And they're like, oh no, I can't play golf anymore. I got this and that. People will tell you all kind of stuff. They love to talk about themselves. I mean, they'll talk about all day long about themselves. Okay. So just understand, let them talk, because that's more information. And as soon as they say, oh, I can't go play golf anymore, I got a bum shoulder, or I can't go play golf anymore, I got a bad back, or I can't go play tennis anymore, I got tennis elbow, whatever it is, keep those in mind, because we're going to have thousands of products that are going to come through our funnel, right? And you can remember that each one of those may do something specific for something. And you can remember, oh yeah, Jeff, that guy I met at the bank, he said he has a bum shoulder. I need to call him because this telomere stuff is, all related to stem cells, and it helps, all that stuff. I don't know all the details, but I'm sure we'll learn. And I actually ordered some of that stuff myself, because I'm going to try it out, because I'm old now. Okay. So, but the last one is money or motivation. I always like to ask them, oh, hey, do you keep your, you keep your options open? You like to make extra money? Or, oh, well, man, you got 4 kids. How do you afford that these days? And they're like, yeah, I know it's tough, man. Well, hey, maybe you should look at what I'm doing. If you want to make an extra couple hundred or a couple $1,000 extra a month, I got something. I'll send you some information. They're like, yeah, please do. So, and what's funny is everybody I've talked to has been that way. They're like, man, yeah, can you please, if you got something you can make money doing, send me some information on it, because I need to find something extra to do. So keep that in mind when you're out there. Form: family, occupation, recreation, money, or motive. I look at that. What would motivate that person to kind of want to ask me for information? Okay, but set yourself some goals on this. Okay, you hear my dog over here. She is going to be quite the interesting one here. So I'm sure she's going to make all this kind of noise. The next thing is, set yourself some goals, daily goals. How many people a day you want to contact? How many people a week you want to bring on? How whatever goal you want to hit that week or that month. But set yourself some goals in that. I know it's not part of the prospecting, presenting, and following up, but it is part of your personal development part of things. Okay. And then presenting, we have the easiest way to present this thing. Okay. Just send the invite. Let the invite do what it does. Okay. Hey, send me your information. Give me your phone number. I'm going to send you an invite. It's got all the videos on it. Check it out. And then afterwards, we'll take and hop on the phone and I'll answer some questions for you. Okay. That part of it, okay, is already done for you. Send them the invite, let them watch the videos, let them take and get the information they need to, and it's going to generate some questions, okay? And then the last part of it is when you do the follow-up, okay? Now, the fortune is the follow-up. Get them on the phone, okay? And I am old school. I always tell people, get them on the phone, get them start, asking questions. Ask them, hey, what you liked about videos? Or, hey, I'm sure the invite has some questions for you. And they're like, oh yeah, well, I didn't really understand. How do I do this? Or what, how do I bring on vendors? How do I do this? Okay. That's when you're going to go, man, that's a great question. Hey, can you hang on for a minute? And the reason why I tell them, can you hang on for a minute, is if anything is ever going on, my dog starts eating food and I tell you, hey, can you hang on for a minute? You're going to take and say, yeah, sure. It doesn't matter what it is, but what you want to do is then get whoever is your upline, sideline, downline, I don't care, somebody that can relate to the person, that you can get on the phone with this person. And then they're gonna take and do a couple things. One, they're gonna answer the person's question. They're gonna probably tell us story. They're going to edify you, okay, meaning they're going to talk good about you and why this person needs to be in business with you. And then they're going to help close that person, or at least guide them through the funnel, okay, get to the next step, okay. And if they say no, have a couple options to understand. And I'm fine with somebody saying no. Okay. I mean, I go out there and, I go through 10 people. I get, 2 that are going to say no, 8 that are going to say, send me some more information, whatever it is. Okay. But in this process, okay, and I hope my internet holds out. I just got a notification it was unstable. So, in the process of this, so you got to understand that even if they say no, you could say, hey, no problem. I get it. You're busy, stuff like that. Would be okay if you become my customer. Can I send you the customer information? Maybe you can shop around. If you already shop on Amazon, maybe you'll find some Christmas gifts on here that would help me out and also help you find some Christmas gifts or some cool stuff you never seen anywhere else. Okay. That's my redirect. Okay. So if they say no, I move to customer. The other thing you can do is if they say, well, no, I don't know. Yeah, send me the link. I'll be a customer. I say, great. Well, hey, would any chance you know anyone? Because if they can go for customers, you can also go for referrals. Okay. Those are the 2 things I always go for. Used to, I would just go for referrals. Hey, it's okay if you don't want to do it, but do you know anybody who would? Those are conversations I've had before, and I usually try to take in and, move them towards the customer thing, because once they started as a customer, then they may come back around to do it as a business. Okay. They, when they say, if they say no, we'll just say, if they say no, remember, sometimes they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to, hey, my timing right now or my budget right now, whatever it is, does not allow for me to do that. Okay. With budget, we can just swing them over to be an affiliate and let the person you put on 3-way kind of guide that. But just remember, I know some people get so butthurt because their friends told them no. Oh, my friends tell me no. My family tells me no. It's okay. It's not for everyone. Eventually, we will have everyone on the planet do this, but for right now, it's just not their time, and it's okay. We'll come back around to them later on. Okay. But every day you want to do something. Okay. Because if you have that person on your list and you're not taking and reaching out to them, for every day you don't reach out to your friends and you don't introduce this to them, that's another 1,000 people. They'll be down there further in the matrix once things kick off. Okay. So just remember that. And last thing here is, for you to take and really understand that, you're part of a system. Okay. And you always want to plug into the systems. And just like you guys are doing tonight, you're learning, you're hopping on the Zoom, you're staying plugged in. Okay. And here's my example of that. Being plugged into the system is like watching a TV show, right? The show is always better if the TV is plugged into the wall and the power's on. Okay. If you are watching a TV and you don't have it plugged in, you're not going anywhere. Nothing's happening. Okay. Same way for this business. You need to be plugged into the system. You have a bad day, plug into the system. Watch one of the videos. Go to YouTube. Watch one of the repeats. If you have a bad week or you didn't have anybody respond to your post or nobody clicked like and you didn't get one single customer, it's okay. Go back to the basics, plug back into the system, go to the next step, figure some things out, reach out to an upline. That's our system. That's why we are a community of people that really care about people. And if you're going to take and, climb the stairs, you don't have to see the whole staircase, but you do have to take the first step. Okay. And guys, I'm just telling you, this is probably the biggest opportunity that I've ever seen. And I know that some of you guys are just on faith doing this because your friend got you into it, got you to be a part of this thing because they cared about you. And they didn't want you to miss out on it. And I just tell you, every one of you guys has an explosive business that you make millions with this thing, and it can change your life. It can change your whole family's future. And I just have the most, best wishes and blessings for all of you guys for great success. So with that, I way too long talked. So I'm going to kick it back to Miss Stacy, who is amazing. And I give her kudos every time I can. She has done an amazing job of holding this team together. I'm really blessed to be a part of this thing. So thank you, Stacy, for that. And thank you guys for putting up with me. And thanks for the internet for holding off till this thing is over.
All right. Well, we made it. Yay. I think you cut out like one little time, but not much. Thank you so much, Tim. It's amazing. You can tell the experience that you've had and the length in this industry based off of the tips that you have. I hope you guys are taking notes. Form is a phenomenal way to trigger things in your head as you're talking to people. If you ever feel like you're tongue-tied or like, gosh, I don't know what to say, ask people questions. Ask people about themselves. Tim gave you probably the biggest, like, if you take away nothing else, ask people about themselves. They will give you all the information you need by asking them questions. And then they'll give you the roadmap. They'll give you all the things and the reasons why they should be a part of Shoply if you just ask them questions. Because they'll go, oh yeah, like he said, you're hurting, you don't have money, you are unhappy in your life. You'll find the button that you need to push. You keep asking the right questions till you find the button. Once you find the button you need to push, all you have to do is push on it. Just and then give them the solution. So it's really and truly gold. I hope you guys use that. Think about it, remember it as you're out there, because it simplifies the process and it doesn't need to be overwhelming for you. Okay, couple quick things, you guys. Just the weekly calendar. So I went in, because it's like a weird thing that we're starting on a Tuesday, I felt like I needed to talk about the end of this week, but then also talk about next week. So I made it a bi-weekly or two-week spread, I guess. So right now we're on the 24th. We still have the Opportunity Zoom on Thursday. And then I just added in here, so tomorrow should be our bi-monthly pay for the community bonus and community bonus check match that closed on the 15th. So that should pay out then. Your weekly pays always hit, or are supposed to always hit on Thursday of the week following when it closes. So we just had the week close tonight on the 24th. We won't get paid on that week close until the 3rd. So the weekly pay that we're getting tomorrow will have been from the week prior that we just finished last week. Our month closes on Monday. So over the weekend, just be very, very aware of all the things that you've got to do to close out your week or close out your month, so that on Monday you're done and everything's good to go and you're not forgetting anything. I'm going to keep the schedule the same for next week, and we'll just kind of go with 2 more opportunity Zooms and make sure that we've hit all the things that we need, get some good recordings for you guys. I think I am going to sprinkle in a couple Q&As in here, and I'll probably just kind of announce those through Telegram and then through the leaders and let you guys know when I'm available to pop on for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and answer some different questions for anyone that you're inviting from now until the month close, to give you guys as many opportunities to help convert people over. Here are the calendars. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because they will be available in Telegram. I'll convert all of this to PDF. And then also the Telegram groups as well here. And then the flyer for the Thursday Opportunity Zoom is also in Telegram, but here as well, just as a quick reminder. And then the last thing, you guys, for now to the end of the month, I want you guys to just invite. It doesn't mean they have to show up. It doesn't mean that you have to get a solid yes, but let's all try to invite 10 people to the Opportunity Zoom on Thursday. So just see if you can get to 10 people that say, hey, I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can. The process of the invitation is super, super easy. Send them one of the videos. Tell them, hey, I'm involved in something really cool, brand new. I'd like to share it with you. There are multiple opportunities to be involved, from a free all the way up. And so you just let them know that there's multiple options for them that are available and that you just want them to check it out. There's no pressure. I'd like for you guys to come check it out. The goal by the end of the month is that we want to get either one new person or someone that you already have a pre-existing invite to upgrade to Influencer Pro. So if all of us go and get one person and convert them at the end of the month, that will all help all of your guys' volume and make sure that you guys are hitting your requirements at the end of the month. And then I'd love for you guys all to set a goal to enroll 10 free affiliates. Okay. I think that that is a very, very like attainable goal for all of us, because especially now it's free. And the reason behind that is the more we can get in this habit of enrolling affiliates, you guys, those will help. And you're going to hear me use this terminology now, I think like more often, is we're trying to find ways to supercharge our nodes. Okay. The more that we can supercharge the nodes that we all have in the community bonus, we're going to see our community bonus checks increase. And so the more that we can get affiliates involved, vendors involved, especially the affiliate side, because it's free, it's only $9 a month. You could literally have 100 stay-at-home moms that all want to make $50 extra, just have a little bit of money for their Starbucks. And they'll pay their subscription from that. And then you'll have a ton of extra node value that will help push the community bonus higher for everybody. So let's start getting in that habit of really looking for those affiliates, because I promise you that they're out there. All you have to do is just open up those conversations. So the opportunity Zoom on Thursday will start with the affiliate conversation, and then we'll transition into the influencer conversation and do more of the influencer money-making side on the back end. If anyone feels like they want to hop off, you can tell them in advance that they can do so, and they don't have to listen to the full presentation once we finish with the affiliate side. All right. I am going to stop and see if there's any leaders that want to share any last minute, like 1 minute, 2 minute things really quick before we are done. Yeah, it's just free to start. So it's a free to join. There's no license fee. Yep. And then they have this subscription per month. All right. Anybody, Odie, I don't know if you guys are in places where you can talk, but you're welcome to. Tim, Nikki.
I think they've heard so much from me. They're probably like, I mean, I'd stay on if people have questions or anything like that, but you guys, and yes, the affiliates, guys, you have to look at that. I saw one of the questions. We refer to free affiliate, but isn't it $9 is 99 cents a month? Yes, look at it for like, they're not going to do the first month. There's no licensing fee for them like there is for influencers, stuff like that. So keep it in your mind. Like, look, I've got an opportunity to take this person who doesn't have a lot of money, help them make, some money. So by the time it's time for them to upgrade, they've already made some money and they're probably just seeing it a little bit better to hopefully want to be a influencer pro.
Okay. Yeah. The only thing I would really add is, we've got products now. So if you got to get in there and find what speaks to you and order up some things that you can start sharing. I ordered that tool today from Bo and like the hair care line. And I've already used Bo for years. So it was just easy for me to be like, oh yeah, I already know this is great stuff. So yeah, start sharing that we have products too. And just every day I show up and I'm excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Make sure your energy is like contagious. You just want to make sure that you are sharing this every single day, consistently reaching out. And it's going to bless your family, you guys. Like, I have no doubt. I walked away from a lot for this, and I'm not nervous at all. I'm so pumped about it. Every day I wake up just like ready to run. So yeah, I'm just excited to do this thing with you guys.
So Sharita, I think when I was looking at it, I haven't gotten an answer yet, but when I was looking at the numbers, I think the two numbers represent, one is the direct bonus. So they're all, and I need to get the full clarification on this, but the top one, let's say for instance, is the direct bonus to the affiliate or the influencer, whoever's selling it. The second one looks like it is the upline commission that flows into the team. And then the CV is the combination of those two together. So I think that's what it is, because when I looked at a couple of them, those numbers made sense, but they should be labeled slightly different so that we're not confusing them. But I think that's what, I don't know if the metrics they're pulling from are creating that, but I think that's what it is. But I'll get a full clarification for you guys on that. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. I'm going to stop the recording and then I'll stay on for a few minutes if anyone has any questions or there's anything additional. But thank you guys so much for being on tonight. And I'll get the recording up and posted along with everything else from tonight so that you guys know where to find it. And then as always, let us know if you have anything, and let's make this end of last 5 days of the month count. And let's really push hard as we go into the end of September and then get